time? Oh my God, time is so weird at the moment. But yeah, g'day. I'm here, I'm back. Sorry for the doing lives all over the shop. Hoping to get my rhythm and stuff going again. But if you're here, I can see a couple of you here. Say g'day. There might be a bit of a delay. Oh, they keep jumping out, eh? Honestly, the energy this morning since the elections yesterday. Good morning, Kitty. How are you, gorgeous? The energy over the last 24 hours since the elections have come and left, because obviously you guys know I'm a collective energy reader, so it doesn't matter where in the world you are, energy's energy. But since that's been done and dusted, the collective consciousness has shifted for now. For now, but it's a much more pleasant energy, let's just say that. How are you feeling, Kitty? So today's reading will be really, really interesting. If I had to predict for a collective consciousness at the moment that there's still a lot of people learning lessons and learning from their contrast. There you go. I've been in the middle of a purge of some sort, been a rough few days, rough as... Yep, that's exactly what I was just about to say. Oh, I'm glad you're crying, Kitty. Not to see you sad, but, you know, water represents emotion, and that's how you release emotion from your body through your tears. So, you're right on track, honey. You're right on track. You're not alone. Oh! Yeah, because we got learn from karma and assimilate life experience. That jumped out when I was tapping in your energy, Kitty. So... it's all showing you something. It's a lesson of some sort going on, babes. Hey, JM, how are you? Good to see ya. How are you, kitty? Just take one of my big virtual healthy hugs. I'll give you a big hug, gorgeous. It's tough. And as you probably saw by my title, a lot of emotions are coming up for a lot of people. Whether this is people deliberately doing the energy work and, you know, doing workshops or doing meditations and stuff and actually having that come up through a more deliberate intent, or if there's anything karma-ish that anyone's still holding on to, it's going to be coming up. So, Kitty, like I say, I know it feels like you're in the pits of hell or whatever, but it's all going to be serving a purpose. So hopefully we'll be able to find out today a little bit more, and things should start getting easier towards or from this moment forth. I really do believe that and feel that. And as you'll always hear me say, it's not what happens to you, it's what you do with it. So good morning, Tina. It's always good to see you. I love my peeps. And just while we're waiting for other people to roll in and do whatever you do, my memberships are back up and running on YouTube. I'm going to be readjusting, so I'm just letting you know, don't join right now because the tiers are going to change. I'm doing something a little bit different with it. I didn't put much time or energy or preparation into it because I didn't know whether they'd ever give it to me back. So, but I love the platform. I love, it's really easy to use as a creator. So if you are a creator and you can do memberships on here, I encourage it. It's really, really good. But yeah, I just want to let everybody know that I'll probably be reactivating it fully as long as the tube allows all my changes and stuff like that on probably the 11th of the 11th. I think that'd be a great time to do it. So yeah, it's all about showing up as it goes along. It's just been a rough ride. Yeah, and from all the people that I've been coaching, mentoring, reading for over the past week, it really is a heal as you go type of energy at the moment. Good morning, BC. Oh, I love that, Kitty. Well, there's going to be a lot of juicy content that's going to be pumped into it. It's going to be more personal development, because if people are willing to invest in themselves, then I'm always happy to invest in them. So I think it's really nice to get the psychic stuff all the time and to know that you've got money coming or you've got this going or whatever, but the current energies, and I picked this up when I was doing PTV live on Saturday night. So many people just, they can feel the change coming in their souls, but they just don't know what to do or how to do it or what process, or, you know, and sometimes getting that kind of information takes years to get on your own. So I've got a nice little toolbox, and I'm happy to throw whatever into the membership, and everybody can just take what they need to help them move forward. But yeah, that's what it's going to be about. So go with the flow at the moment and just acknowledge all the emotion, and it's learning to, what did they just say? Grow to glow, grow to glow. Learn as you go. I love my primary school saying. The thing for my primary school was learn by doing. So sometimes we learn actually by doing stuff just as much as we, you know, literally take time out of our day and actually do past life regressions or anything like that. Oh, so good to see you all. I had a feeling today there might not be too much of a big turnout. That's okay, because everyone comes back and watches the replay and all that sort of stuff. But I think the messages that are going to come out over the next week or two, especially leading up to the 19th, are going to be really, really important. I really do. So if you don't see a lot of massive changes over the next week or two, don't stress about that too much. It is, the best way I can define it is it's like a recalibration. And those who have booked a 2025 video message with me, you all should have your readings by now. So if you haven't, check your junk folders and your spam and all that. But it was the same thing for everybody. That spirit was really getting me more into the emotional side of what they're going to experience next year, not necessarily all the 3D material stuff. And to me, that's just a level of consciousness. You know, people are going to start respecting and honoring how they feel more so. And if you do that, the natural byproduct is everything in your 3D. So it was a bit bizarre. It was a bit bizarre. So yeah. And I notice a lot of the energies I've been reading for too is that they've got more worry and concern about what's happening with their partners or with their pets or with, you know, what's happening with the co-work. They're so emotionally invested in other people's actions and choices and behaviors that it's influencing theirs so much that they feel or believe that they can't move forward. It's a really tricky energy. So yeah. Anyway, I'll start. They're jumping out. They're jumping out. Yep, we're definitely mastering something here. It's funny how this come out. I don't know whether you guys saw my post yesterday, but we've got temper your criticism. So it still boils back down to that energy that people are still blaming external people, situations, past experiences, how other people are treating them and all that. They're still kind of using that as their excuse as to why they can't move forward. So it's easy to criticize. Like, check out my post yesterday. It just blew, I don't usually say things like that, but I was laughing. I'm sitting there going, everybody wants peace, love, mung beans, the wars to stop, and all this. They want all that, and yet they're turning on their own because someone else has a different belief system or someone didn't say something in a way that is suitable for them. And sometimes people got to sit there and go, am I actually part of the problem? Because everything is energy and everything it is that you're feeding. So anyway, but maybe a lot of you are being encouraged right now to sort of tap more into your emotions and start mastering your emotions a little bit more. Morning, Kimmy. So good to see you, darling. And that comes with choice. That comes with choice. If people don't want to do it, you just need to leave them where they are. Love them where they are. Give them the kindness and the respect that you would like for yourself. You know? Everyone's here for their own journey. Practice positivity. Oh, I love it. So look, I know how hard it is when you are going through something and positivity just feels so far away. They show me the image right now of those three monkeys. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. It's reminding me of another reader that I wrote. Another reader I sort of saw yesterday who was kind of saying that it's ignorance for spiritualists to turn a blind eye to the injustices that are going on in the world and all that sort of stuff. And I get what they were saying and I get their perspective, but it's totally wrong. It is totally wrong because it's not that you ignore it and don't, have some form of awareness of it, but there's a fine line between breeding more of the same energy by talking about it, by focusing on it, by amplifying. Because a lot of people who do advocate for something, and I don't know why I'm going on this rampage, it obviously needs to be said, but a lot of people who do go on these type of rampages and stuff, they don't actually realize that they're doing it from a place of hate or resentment or judgment or condition or something like that. So that their intention is probably pretty good, and awareness is key. But could you imagine the difference if people are focused more so on food landing in the places that it needs to land, or love being given to those who feel like they don't have it, or something of that nature, as opposed to trying to change the government policies, which is out of their control, far out of their reach, all that sort of stuff, and get all angst about that. So, you just can't make this up. So I'll just show you what we got. We got temper your criticisms. So remember I did a post the other day and I said this is the rest of this year is going to be a more personal year. A lot of people do need to start taking more personal accountability for their own reality, for what's going on in their life, for what they want and their own soul's journey. And you do that obviously by incorporating more positivity or choosing to think and feel this way. But look, we got transforming anger. And then we've got relieve anxiety. Check out all these really deep emotional cards. Obviously, guys, psychic readings and all that are for entertainment purposes only. If you feel like you are someone who experienced a lot of emotional stuff, please get the help and support you need. I've been saying it for the last few weeks. Yeah, you sure can, Anne, but I'll do it after the collective. If you like, it's good to see ya. So yeah, temper your criticism, transform anger, relieve anxiety, and examine your integrity. I just feel like I want to say that what's happening in the collective at the moment, there's a lot of pots calling the kettle black. So it's so easy. Just remember that your world, the people in it, the amount of money you have in your bank account, the home that you live in, all your circumstances and current reality experiences are a byproduct of how much you feel you're worth, what you feel like you deserve. And you need to acknowledge what is and is not in your control. And it's time to stand up in your integrity and stand up for what you believe in, but do so in a healthy way. Do so in a very healthy way. We've got a lot of master numbers here. We've got 11, 33. Literally today I've got 444 twice or three times. My son got 000. Then I got 911 on the way home. All the signs and synchronicities are there. If you're going through a growth expansion, you need to start going with it. It's time to look after your emotions. The end result of all this is that you need to clear your thinking in some type of way. How you achieve that is going to be different. We would really encourage you to clear your thinking in healthy ways. So those that sort of turn to, I call it artificial happiness and stuff like that. You may do yourself a bit of injustice at this point in time because you are being encouraged to really get in touch with your emotions and address them and feel them like Kitty's doing. Feel it to heal it. Go back and check out the last two lives. They touched on all that sort of stuff. And obviously just take support, accept support around you that's going to help with that. I'll get one more. Yeah, literally they just said, look at the numbers on here too. This card 11 and this is card 1. We're going through a rebirth still, but 111. Yeah, ground yourself and develop deeper concentration. So that's too deep. I don't know. That's too deep. Even the way I'm doing readings at the moment is shifting. It's really weird. I feel like I've been feeling. You're feeling sad too, JM? I like a deep too, kitty. Look at that, just jumped out, law of attraction. Honestly, you guys, I could spend hours and hours coaching, mentoring, helping you shift your energy, raise your vibration and all that sort of stuff. That's going to be a personal job for everybody, especially if you want 2025 to be more prosperous and joyous and abundant for you all. If you've been feeling like that for a long time, JM, it's time to give yourself permission to feel different. Time to give yourself permission to feel different. I'm noticing this a lot over the last week, and that is, as well, is the fundamental energetic reason as to why people are feeling so emotional, and that is because they're not giving themselves permission to process, to unpack, to be vulnerable, to learn something new, to apply something new. Or maybe they just don't feel worthy of it or deserve it. But you've got to get to the crux of the matter first, and you just got to want it fast enough. Hello, nobody. It's been a while, and thank you for always encouraging everyone to like and tap and all that sort of stuff. I appreciate it. So thank you. Oh, thank you so much for liking, Anne. I appreciate it. Oh, I love you guys. Gonna make me all emo in a good way. But law of attraction, you guys. Obviously, you guys know I've got a course coming up very shortly. Haven't put a time frame on it yet because it's very hard to focus and tap into this kind of knowledge and understanding when you're still really, really emotional. So I'm leaving the course date when I'm going to launch it up to the universe. They're just going to say hit the thing. So we're going to have to start doing the energy work. You need to start attuning your energy to higher frequencies, open your palms and your heart to the universe, and then remember that we don't chase, we attract. So hello Nick, it's good to see you. Good to see ya. A lot of new faces, I love that. It's alignment at its finest. Hey Wendy, how you going, darling? And then we've got winds of change. So if you're not experiencing the changes that you've been calling in for yourself, I'll say that. There is a reason for it. And while I was doing school drop-off this morning, Spirit really wanted me to first and foremost say that we've been through a very chaotic year. It's been a very hectic year, even for the most enlightened and brightened and mystical ones. So we can, if we've struggled with it, with the skills and the tools and the knowings that we have, I can only just imagine what those who are just starting to wake up are feeling or experiencing and stuff like that. So you need to know that this shift is still happening. It's really a big time to go with the flow and learn as you go. Go with the flow and learn as you go. Don't put too much pressure on yourself to have all your worldly issues, especially the older you are, have all your worldly real life experiences to be sifted and sorted in a day. Hey, there may be processes and protocols and stuff that may help that, whether it's Reiki, whether it's hypnosis or anything like that, but you're a sovereign being, you've got to do the work yourself. I just literally rambled about all the signs and synchronicities. Maybe you're receiving messages through music right now. Maybe you're receiving the numbers and the symbols and the signs and all that sort of stuff. Spirit are trying to get into your awareness. They really are. They literally say on the bottom, follow the signs. You need to follow your signs, and that's by trusting your intuition right now. We've got divine love that's coming in. I did a wonderful meditation yesterday that I was met with Master Jesus, and then he took me into another portion of, it wasn't a room, it was actually out in a field, but he took me to another portion where the archangels come. Oh, that's another story for another day. But anyway, they kept showing the pink light. And then when I was talking to my partner on the phone the other day, I just looked out to the sky, and it was stormy and all that, and there was just one big pink patch. I took a photo of it. There's one big pink patch. And pink was surrounding me in my meditation last night as well. And I just share that because I don't think a lot of people are consciously aware that so much love, divine assistance through signs and synchronicities, spirit are trying to get your attention in some way. Unfortunately, for some people, they're getting unwell, they're hurting themselves, they're having something untoward happen to them. And that's just spirit's way of saying, slow down, don't chase your tail right now. We are in a timeline at the moment of reprogramming from this shift. So how we do that in the 3D is that we create some type of mind map, or we start doing our vision boards now, start doing journaling work, whether that's in personal development or whether that is in law of attraction. You need to find your place and what you need in that. But a lot of you guys, I have to say, are pinching yourselves off from love. It just says, refocus your attention on the overflowing power of love you hold within to help you reconnect to your divine and eternal spirit. This will aid in attracting or healing a relationship. So you can only meet others and love others at the point in which you love yourself. That's it. And I'm not joking. I feel like I'm even just getting started on the self-love journey. So as I think it was JM was saying, you know, at the end of the day, if you are struggling right now, the main reason why you're feeling so emotional is because you need to give yourself permission to feel. You need to give yourself permission to heal, and you need to give your ego a bit of a rest and say, look, you've done your job. You've probably protected me from heaps, but it's not allowing me to manifest the life that I desire. So it's time to go. It's time to go, ego. Check, yeah, give your ego a name. My ego's name was Barry. So I'd say, not today, Barry. We're not doing that today, Barry. What's something more positive that I can think or feel or act on, and just sort of quieten that down. Your ego is always going to be there. It's part of your identity, and it can develop into a healthy ego. That's where your confidence and your assurity and your not needing anyone for your own happiness comes into it. But yeah. One thing I was going to do a post on, I couldn't quite articulate it, but something that I'm doing at the moment, and as you know, I teach through clarity of my own example, is I'm at the point in my healing journey right now where there's only so much literature you can read. There's only so much journaling you can do. There's only so much, and I'm not saying this is for everybody, so once again, always see your professionals, but there's only so much Reiki healing that one can receive. There's only so much that we can do on a spiritual sense. I'm tapping into exposure therapy now. So it's facing your fear and doing it anyway. So a lot of you may be encouraged to do that or feel the pull to do it. Hey, Cynthia. So good to see you, sweetie. How are ya? How are things in the States this morning? Oh, hi, Laverne. How are you? I'll tap into questions shortly. I had a feeling that I'd probably help people more with their questions rather than the collective today. Yeah. Thanks, Kitty. Hanging in there and celebrating a Trump win. I'm with you, Cynthia. I'm with you. Oh, morning, Denise. Good to see you. Awesome. Chill out, Laverne. Chill out. Get some more of these. I think I'll just get stuck straight in the reading today because be brave. Be brave. Is that upside down? It is. Be brave. There is so much abundance, prosperity, joy, laughter, prosperity, magic. This change is coming in whether you like it or not. You can go in it willingly and be willing to learn and be guided and mentored and coached and taught. Or if you are in that position, start coaching, mentoring, teaching, influencing others through what you've learned leading up to this point. That's going to help you shift your energy. That's the only way that you can shift your emotional energy. Just before we jumped on, I literally said to my niece, and this has been coming up for everybody, is sometimes the best healing that you can ever do for yourself is to stop thinking about yourself. Stop internalizing everything. Stop making it all about you. Just get out and help the community in some way. Oh, good on you, Anne. We're all celebrating. Step outside yourself for just a minute and try to step out of ego and just say, hey, you know, I might not be able to do much to shift my energy right now, but how about I go and make someone else's day a little bit brighter or whatever and feel the peace and happiness and the joy that I get from serving others. You know, you could be doing that too, but the main message at the moment is you need to ask yourself, I'm feeling this certain way. What do I need? What will help me to shift this energy? Got to raise your frequency. Choose to be a warrior, not a warrior. Your wounds are your war paint. You are much braver than you think. You are at a time of harvest. Get ready to reap the rewards of your efforts. They're coming in, guys, and it's going to be the catalyst 2025. Well, me either, Kitty, but I am too. I am too. Yeah. Look, just remember, guys, you're a sovereign being. Only you can allow yourself to be as free as you allow yourself to be, regardless of what's happening in the world, in your immediate environments or outside of yourself. You've got to choose freedom. And you need to paint the picture of what freedom looks like for you. I have been picturing living a freedom-based lifestyle probably for the last 5 to 10 years. And even though I do the work and stuff, it's only just starting to unfold for me in that right now. So that's one thing I really want to reiterate, just for educational purposes, is that your current point of reality is a byproduct of the thoughts, feelings, choices, and actions that you've put in the past. So if you can really know that and understand that, and really embrace the knowing that you can't go back and change any of that, and that all you have is now. And if you sit there and go, okay, well, I don't have to pay attention to that anymore, all I have is now, what can I learn? What can I apply? What can I do? How can I think? Tap into that sort of vibration and start working on that. And that's why I'm going to do this Law of Attraction, very simple course to help people get going. You will be receiving videos and encouragement and support from me over the course of the 5 days, just to start off somewhere so you can start projecting the right thoughts, projecting the right positivity, choosing the right choices, being a little bit more soul-led. So January to March seem to be very significant next year, but next year you can come back and look at this moment and go, wow, I'm so glad I made that shift. I'm so glad that I applied those changes, and I had the cry and I had the scream and I hugged my neighbor and I did nice things and I did all that sort of stuff, because now I'm living what I thought wasn't possible last year or the year before. Does that make sense? And we've got communication. So it's all going to come down to communication, the way that you communicate. Don't be afraid to express how you really feel either. That's really, really important. And if you feel like you've got no one to talk to, therapists, call the hotlines, they're free. Anyone can throw any excuse at me and I will hit you with a solution. So there's no excuses in this life. There's just avoidance, resistance, or a pinching off from the source and supply and energy that you're entitled to. You deserve it. You come here for it. No one showed up to my daughter's birthday. Oh, and I feel like I've handled it pretty well. Even though I was embarrassed and disappointed, I didn't let it bother me for too long. Oh, good on you, JM. And you know what? It's still okay to feel that way. I hope you know that it's okay to feel that way. I'd feel exactly the same way. One good thing this week, though, I finally got an appointment and got some relief from my knee. Oh, awesome, Kitty. I just heard that song and I don't know whether it's the Carpenters. It's only just begun. I can't remember what I said in the live last week or the last time I did it. But it's all going to start being drip fed in. It really is. Oh, I love you, Cynthia. You take back your sovereignty. Yep. Good girl. When I needed a bit of shock therapy back in my day because I was a chronic people pleaser, I was so codependent on making other people's nests being feathered. So it was chronic, like really, really chronic. A bit of shock therapy that I did for myself, and I don't know which mentor or that, I picked it up along the way, but I literally said there and said, if my loved ones were standing at my funeral and they're giving their eulogy about me, what would I have them say? What would I hope that they would say? You know, would I want them to say, oh, Danielle was a very kind, caring person, but she sort of died with the dreams inside her, and I kind of wish that she would have done this and done that, and all. Nah. I want them to say, Danielle was the best possible version of herself, and she loved life, and she grabbed life by the horns, and blah, 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 blah. So if you guys are just starting out and you want to have a little bit of a shock therapy, you want to sort of get your energy and momentum going in a whole new direction, you can sort of write your own eulogy and start working on a plan or ways in which you can create that reality for you. You can try that as well. 2 weeks, that's time's an illusion. Time's an illusion. But good on you, kitty. Good on you, darling. Everybody's relief is coming in the way that you need it. All right, let's get out of this sort of humdrum energy. I'm going to ask Spirit. The cards that come out were the Seven of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. I'm going to try not to show the cards because I swear they're getting me shadow banned and I can't help it. But just in case they come out again, because I'm feeling like they will. Just remember, you guys, when it comes to your personal development journey, that if you're releasing things at the moment, whether it's an emotion, whether it's a thought, whether it's a person, place, thing, whatever, it's really important that you replace it with something. This is where the number one reason why I find a lot of people get stuck is they go and they get healings done, or they throw out the chocolate and say, I'm not eating chocolate ever again, or they do something, but they don't replace it with something that's a little bit more high vibrational. So make sure if you are releasing something at the moment that you replace it with something else. Just makes the journey a whole lot more easier. All right, Spirit, can you use all my senses safely, securely, and full protection of my beautiful community members, my deliberate creators, myself included, something you feel we need to know to help us move forward? What can we expect from this moment forth? What bits of guidance do you feel that we need to know to help us move forward? Just don't be hard on yourself at the moment, you guys. Nothing's happening to you, it's happening for you. You're rising up in your power. I cannot express enough how much value, how much abundance, how much stability and security is actually on its way to you right now. It's coming in. Some of you may actually have a little bit of a windfall or receive some unexpected money that you can either put aside for a rainy day or pay off some bills that you have or start working on some projects that you've been wanting to work on. It's all going to come down to money mindset, obviously. And there's a very, very big, heavy influence, a very heavy message here to be mindful of who you surround yourself with. Because I keep hearing the words support, 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 support. So a lot of you may need some type of support. Hey, I'm self-taught, spirit-led, and I've very, very rarely or hardly ever financially invested into my own growth and development. I just did it myself. And yeah, it took a bit longer, but I think it's actually a lot easier. But anyway, because a lot of influence sometimes can like, shit, I'm doing this wrong, and then you stop. But if I were you guys, what I did back in the day is I chose 3 heavy mentors and coaches for me, and I basically made them my world. So first one was Esther Hicks, and then there was Tony Robbins, and then after that it went into Elizabeth Peru. I had my top go-to people that just resonated with me and were on the growth and expansion journey, and I just followed them, just kept following them. I tried to not be too influenced by too many other things, but there's a strong, good morning, Kim. I'll come back and read your comment in a sec, Karina. There's a heavy emphasis on being the person and dressing the part. Be the person and dress the part. Yeah, that came up because I had a lady that was, she got an unexpected interview that she wasn't expecting, but Spirit and I told her that she was going to get it and all that sort of stuff. And then she got in a frantic because she didn't know what to wear. And I said, I think it's important that everybody wakes up each day and just dresses the part. It's not for vanity and ego and all that sort of stuff, but the better you feel, the better you do in life. Hey, Johnny, it's good to see ya. Karina says that she's had such an incredible week. The universe has given me appointment times, the right people to do home maintenance, the voice to speak my truths. Feeling so amazing right now. Love that, Karina. Same as what's happening with Kitty. Love that. Well done. Congratulations. Homemade is always better anyway. Oh, absolutely. Hey, Slayer. How are ya? So there's honestly the value that's coming in, because I'm reading for a collective. If I was reading for you one-on-one, which you can do by checking out my website, links are down below. The trick at the moment is to define what that value looks and feels like for you. Thank you, lover. I grew my smile myself. Yeah, I'm Kim. Yeah. Kim says it's been a weird but challenging week, and I am okay. You're not alone, Kim. Not to dismiss how you're feeling, but you're not alone. All right, let's keep going. Yeah. The Tower come out. So the Tower is the falling away of things in life so the new can take its place. The fact that there's a majority who have been very emotional this week. You've probably seen a lot of masks falling off. You're probably seeing people for who they really are. You're seeing your current situation for what it currently is. I think deep down in your souls, you know what you need to do, but I'm just not feeling inspired enough to change it. Go back and watch the beginning of the video. That's what that is all about. It is part of the awakening. When you go through your awakening, you just can't do the things you've always done because you'll always get what you've always got, but it just won't have the same impact on you anymore. It's time to rise up in your power. A spirit just literally said it's time to leave the trash where it belongs. I don't know whether some of you are picking your precious energy up and meddling in other people's affairs, or I don't know what this is. It's part of the Tower. I think I'm just picking up on the residual energy from these elections too. It was just really surprising how many people, after world peace and order, and yet people are blocking, deleting, abusing. Anyway. Okay. I need everyone in the collective that is watching this. I want you to know that the more you learn, the more you grow, but there is a contract coming in for you. There's stability and security coming in for you. They're really emphasizing, given the current energy right now, that it could be around February, March for the majority of you. We all have our own timelines. As you can see, some people are working their way through weird energies this week, contrast, I call it, deep emotion, all that. And then you've got another side of other people in a different timeline that are receiving the right people to talk to, they're getting their appointment times, they're getting stuff. So just because other people are getting their stuff and you're not, that doesn't mean that it's not coming for you. It just shows you where your alignment is between your conscious self and your 3D reality. Yeah, once you know it, you know you can't unknow it. Exactly. Hello, Egg. It's so good to see you. But I just really want to drive home, and I think this message today is just to really give you hope with what you're going through or how you're feeling right now, and reassurance that if you're doing the work, that it's only going to get better and better and better for you. But there is some form of stability and security coming up, but I'm seeing it more so unfold in the first 3 months of next year. So some of you obviously will get it sooner because it depends on where you are, but the Nine of Pentacles here, like, this is growth, expansion, abundance, emotional fulfillment. I feel like I'm repeating my 2025 readings that I've done for individuals this week. It was all about growth and expansion, emotional fulfillment, financial fulfillment. What does that look like for you? What does it smell like? Who are you doing it with? Who are you playing with? Are you still focused on the trash and the narcissists and the shitty bosses and your crappy family members and your toxic ex-friends and all that? Are you still playing in that playground and trying to work your way through that? That's a waste of your time and energy. It really is. It's time to love people where they are. Let it go. Thank them for the experience. It's all a process. But the more love that you bring into the situation right now, and I just heard another cheeky spirit just go, a stupid is, a stupid does. There's emotional fulfillment coming in for you guys if you want it. If you want it. It's been a bit up and down, but changing my mindset. Perfect, Wendy. Awesome. Awesome. I had an appointment time, moved forward to help, then daycare could fit Bub in to match with that so I can focus on one kid at the appointment. Don't you love it how the universe just reshuffles things for you? Love that, Denise. And if anyone needs a relief, it's you, my love. It's you. It's definitely perfect timing for me today. I feel awesome. So much confirmation that whatever was sitting on me has lifted. Was feeling pretty alone before this. Love it, kitty. Love it. Proud of you. You can't fix stupid, but can sedate it. Spoken like a true nurse, Kim. Love it. The best is yet to come. Humanity will prosper when they embrace love, peace, and sovereignty. Cynthia for president. Absolutely, Cynthia. I love you too, kitty, kitty. Ooh, look, all the... I just started singing that song. And I got goosebumps standing on my hands. Look, 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 look. Go, if you're having a bit of a hard time right now, I think it's by Craig David, and listen to that song, I'm walking away from the troubles in my life, I'm walking away. Can't sing for shit, but I don't care. Because all the energy that is in front of me right now is walking away, turning your back. If you're in a self-imposed prison right now and you're stopping yourself from moving forward because of this, that, this, that, this, that, this is, I'm going to be really honest, that's a you thing. It's got nothing to do with what's going on around you or outside of you. If you are blaming other people, I can't do that because my boss won't let me, or I can't do that because my partner is whatever. It's got nothing to do with them. This is all a you thing. I'm getting really stuck in this energy because even though I do see the emotional fulfillment coming in, I'm seeing financial prosperity coming in, I'm seeing a contract, which us humans need to give us that feeling of stability and security and all that sort of jazz. Your mission right now is to tap into the feeling of having it before you actually have it. And if you don't have it, this is why your emotions are getting away on you, because you are rendezvousing, interacting with energies, old versions of yourself. You're feeding the shadow part of self when you're supposed to be learning your karma over the last 6 months and applying it. You're not grounding yourself. You're being influenced by other people. They just said taking on too much. And you're not giving yourself permission to be the change, to create the change, to allow the change. That's why you're feeling emotional right now. You're feeling emotional right now is because there's something within yourself that is resisting this change. And it's emotionally based. End of story, period. And 9 times out of 10, it's because you just don't know what to do. If you don't know what to do, Google it. Google it. Ask somebody. There's so many content creators that cover a huge array of modalities. Watch them. Listen. Learn. Do that. Make that choice. That's you giving yourself permission to become a better version of yourself after a very crappy year and regardless of what anyone else is doing. So, yeah, change and don't remain static. Get into the flow. Absolutely. I've read for some people this week, all they really needed to do is get some exercise. They just needed to move their energy. It's going to be different for everybody. Every individual circumstance is different. Some actually do need therapy. They need to go to a therapist and have some intense work done. Some people I just literally said, you just got to do a mind map. You've just got to plan a few things out and away you go. Your energy is actually ready for it. But you need to walk away. You need to walk away, guys. There are really wonderful unions coming in. Divine unions. Oh, where are you? Divine unions. Divine love. Law of attraction. Once again, you got to be the love. If you can't love yourself, how can anybody love you to the extent that you hope to be loved? If that makes sense. People can still love you. I had to correct my wording on that. People will still love you, but a lot of people go, why do I keep attracting narcissists, and why do I keep attracting really bad co-workers, and why do I keep attracting this and attracting that? It's because it's representative of how much you love and honor your own journey. Hi Tracy, how are you, sweetie? Yeah, there's heaps of resources available. Yeah, I love RuPaul. Exactly, Egg. Exactly. And I think deep down at the end of the day, I'm just going to be brutally honest, people are just too lazy to make the change. They still expect everyone else to change and they don't want to put in the time and effort in that, and that's cool, respect. But don't go whinging about it either, That can be very, very frustrating, especially, whatever. And some people just need the love. Anyway. This is a weird, wacky live, isn't it? I'm at 10 or 11 already. All right, let's get the emotional shit out of the way. Let's not talk about emotions. Feel it to heal it. Honor yourself. Come back to your own sovereignty and your own free will. Try to take the focus on the who, what, when, and whys of the past and try to get back into that energy to fix it, to heal it, to get understanding. You'll never get it. You're wasting your precious time and energy. It's time to come back to your now. It's time to focus more so on your emotional health. A lot of people that I have been working with this week, their mindset's amazing. Absolutely amazing. They've done all that kind of work, but they need to get into their emotion and start feeling the possibilities, feeling the success, feeling the outcome before it actually comes in. And it was just a matter of them joining those two up. But you need to be honest with yourself and say, what do I need? Do I need to give myself permission to start from scratch and just start learning from now? Do I need to line up my heart and my head? Do I need to focus more so on my emotion, or do I need to focus more so on my mindset? You need to make the choice for you. Because there's abundance, there's love, there's divine union. What you've released this year as an individual and in your external surroundings from probably the end of November onwards, but specifically, really more specifically, January to March next year, what you've released is going to be replaced. It's going to be replaced, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to come for you when you stop focusing on the absence of whatever it is, whether it's a job, whether it's love, connection. I think I've told this story a few times now, but I was manifesting a relationship and a connection and, you know, someone to play with in this life and all that sort of stuff. But for the rest of the year, I just set my intention on my work and my career and creating a really nice Christmas for myself and my kids and other things. And because I literally left that subject alone, it's landed in my lap and couldn't be happier. And all my boxes have been ticked when it comes to my relationship now. And I wasn't even looking for it. What, on a dating site? Nothing. So, sometimes you just got to get out of yourself and stop thinking just about yourself and go do something else. Or if you've got a real big active issue in your life, it's okay on an energy sense to turn the other cheek and focus on something else. A lot of people go, well, you can't avoid your problems. You can't dodge the drama. You can't do this. Hell yeah, you can. Hell yeah, you can. Exactly. I like to call it my spiritual numbing cream. I did my cards earlier. I know I have someone coming for me. It made me excited a bit. Love that, Slayer. Love that. You guys have a very passionate offer coming for you. This can come in the form of an employee or an employer that like says, I've got to have you. I've got to have you. You've got to work for me. You've got to work for me. Or you've got to go to this department or something like that. This could be a love interest, you know, that they could come in and sweep you off your feet like a knight in shining armor or a princess in a carriage or whatever gender you are. Doesn't really matter. A lot of you have a specific that you're calling in for yourself. So think about that for a minute and just see what that is for yourself. It's coming in. They just told me 3 weeks to 3 months, 3 weeks to 3 months based on the current energy. That's coming in for you. Then we got the Ace of Pentacles. This has come up in every single reading. I kid you not. The Ace of Pentacles is value. It's financial support. It's emotional fulfillment. It's loving what you do. That's the type of energy it is. It's loving what you do. Loving who you are. Loving who you're with. Loving what you do. It's all about divine love. Finding your faith in the universe again. Trusting in the law of attraction, if not learning how to apply it to your life. All that sort of stuff. It's all part of this change that's coming in. Some of you just need to learn to grow and expand and all that. Embrace your freedom. That's all that needs to be right now. If you have a sad day, you have a sad day. Don't unpack and stay there. Don't worry about what everyone else is doing. Just remember that in life, that life's an equal energy exchange. So try not to give from an empty pot. Try not to allow anyone to take too much from you. Start opening your heart up to receive. Can you see that 1,001 lessons that every individual person at the moment is identifying and trying to reconcile within themselves? It's hectic. But if you do the energy work and you give yourself permission and you set yourself little goals and you choose positive thoughts for yourself, choose to wake up with purpose each morning and go to bed satisfied each night, and then fill your days in with the people, places, things that represent that. You do that, and then you've got abundance coming in. We've got the abundance card and the Ace of Pentacles. The value of this coin is dependent for all of you. This can be large sums of money in its sense. This can be huge, massive gifts that you receive. This can be winnings and games of chance. I choose not to predict in lottos and all that sort of stuff, but It can be that as well. But for some people, it might be just having valuable friendships, valuable connections, being in a job in a position where you are validated and valued for what you bring to the table. Hey, you can have both. You can have it all. But at the end of the day, look, abundance and the Ace of Pentacles. In love, money, prosperity, you get to define it. You get to define it and see what it looks like for you. Oh, thanks, Kim. Yeah, I'm stoked. He's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I heard the analogy of someone said on TikTok of how everyone's lives is like a portal mirror and you just have to keep walking forward. And once you look into, you're going to bug someone else's mirror and hop in you. And once you look into someone else's mirror and hop in, you give your power away and it's their timeline and story. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. Exactly right. That's one thing that is a fundamental knowing is you're your own soul, you're your own spirit. You come here for your own journey, and the journey that you came here for and your purpose, so to speak, is joy. And the way that we receive and experience that joy is to understand that we are forever growing, and the way that we grow is to experience our contrast. And the contrast actually is the wanted and the unwanted. Everybody will always want more, and everybody will always chase more and all that sort of stuff. But you can't not want something and not expand as a result. We are here to grow, to learn, to apply and expand into the best possible version of ourselves until the day that we croak it and release all resistance altogether and have a happy life in the non-physical again, till whatever happens after that. But at the end of the day, you're here for your own journey, to have your own experiences, and you get to choose every bit of it using your free will. Yeah, JM, I love how the concept is still the same and the belief, you know, it's still the same, but everyone words it so different. I love that. All right, Kim. So much love to you, darling. Have an awesome day. Namaste. I'm at the point now, it's like, man, I've done so much work. I'm on this frequency. You either meet me where I am, and we can play and rendezvous and have all the whatever, or I'll just send you love and, you know, send you healing and all that sort of stuff. And yeah. And when you get to that point, Two of Cups. Can I show them? They're not nude. No nudies. Two of Cups, emotional fulfillment, divine unions. This could be good work, business partnerships. This can be intimate connections. This can be family members. It could be anything. Two of Cups is exchanging, equal energy exchange of love, affection, and they just told me adoration. Adoration. Some of you do. Look, we've got her twice. We've got the Queen of Swords twice. This is about you raising your sword and cutting out the bullshit. And remember that you are the queen, and this is your life. This is your destiny. Balancing out the emotions, having your faith. This is what some of you need to do. And I'm not saying you turn around and say, get fucked, Freddie, and get stuffed, Mary, la, 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 and tell your boss to go and get woo. It's not an aggressive type energy. It's just, yes, I give myself permission. I want more. I want more. And I deserve more. And I'm not going to use mum and dad and how I was raised as an excuse as to why I mean, that could be the reason why you are the way you are today, but you can't use them as your excuse anymore. You can't. High Priestess, and there's my brother's initials, BJ. He came to me with an eagle this morning flying over my car on the school drop off. But the High Priestess, use your intuition, trust your intuition, I would honestly start using your energy and trust you. I just keep saying trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. So that's the enlightenment side of it as well. God, I hope this reading's making sense today. But it's not even a reading, I don't think. Sounds like a bit of a... yeah. What's your thoughts? Because there's a blessed change that's coming in for you. Winds of change. The change is coming in. There's a blessed change that's coming in. And what's your thoughts? So your thoughts always create your things. Thoughts always create your things. Always remember that. And be careful who you allow to influence your thoughts, especially. So if you are someone who sort of hops from reader to reader to reader to reader, and they're all telling you something different, and they all say that they're reading for a collective and all that sort of stuff, just be mindful of that, because they're placing seeds of thought in your mind as well. So the message on the card is it's important to only think about what you desire, not what you fear. But this change is coming in. We do have playtime. So sometimes you just got to loosen up a little bit. Step outside yourself and go and play. Go on the swings. Go throw a ball on the beach. Go build sandcastles. Go dive in the mud. I don't know what you want to do. Just do something that's opposite to keeping yourself in any type of funk. And then we did get worthiness. So it's... I did a post a couple of weeks ago now saying that the rest of this year is going to be a very personal year. You personally got to want it. You personally got to put in the application of the energy work. You personally got to reach out and ask for help if you need it. You personally got to make the choice to help others if you're in a position to do so. That's what's going to balance out the energetic scales when it comes to the collective. And it's really important that you are surrounded by divine love and you're very heavily protected right now. You don't have to protect yourself. No, I won't word it like that. Just be mindful of the energy of protection, because I know a lot of light workers say protect your energy, but you've got to remember too that if you have a strong belief that you have to protect yourself from something less than, something dark or psychic attack or anything like that, there is a level of truth to that. But what you're actually doing is you're calling in and manifesting and projecting more lower vibrational things to protect yourself from. So be very mindful of that. The way that I would guide people to protect themselves, so to speak, is I like to use the word shield. You do have to in some way shield your energy, but if you wake up each day and you get yourself into the best possible, highest vibration that you can, that's a natural shield. That's a natural form of protection. And by the powers of the law of attraction, anything less than, anything unwanted, anything scary or whatever, it can't meet you there because you're not on the same frequency as it. So does that make sense? It's time to straighten our crowns and walk in our power. Absolutely, Cynthia. Oh, love that, Johnny. Have a great day. Thanks for dropping in. Used to be. Perfect. Used to be. So who are you now, JM? Who are you now? Yes, I've never understood why so much emphasis is placed on protecting ourselves. The way you explain it makes so much more sense. Thanks, Dal. Yeah, exactly. Oh, we got divine magic twice. If I can put this in human words, what's going to start unfolding for all of you, what's going to start transpiring for all of you, it's like what you're calling in for yourself is going to come across your path when you least expect it, and it's going to feel like it's being handed on a silver platter. That's what it feels like. And getting distracted. Yeah, but at the end of the day, our only job is to get into alignment with it, to think as positive about it, to have that expectation there, and to feel as good as we can. Just do that gelling, and you watch magic happen. Stay optimistic. So what's your thoughts? Stay optimistic, surround yourself, make positive choices, use your free will appropriately. Your dreams are coming true. Don't quit right before the miracle occurs. I feel like I understand spirituality and energy better, and I don't have to be so scared. Perfect, JM. And what a lot of people don't realize is what they're doing, and I'm doing it myself, is we've gone, especially this year was a karmic year. So a lot of people have learnt their lessons. They have some sort of understanding about it right now. Their emotions are still kind of back in the issue or the trauma or whatever. And they're just learning new ways to embody this new version, higher version of yourself. And that's what's happening. It's just embodying it. And what embodiment really means is walking the walk and talking the talk, and not giving two flying rips what anybody else thinks. Not being influenced by anybody. That's how you stand in your power. Yeah, let yourself receive. And if you don't know how, consult an expert. So you pick what you need. Honestly, you guys, if you really focus on everything that you need, and if you don't know, sit down with yourself and write a list. I need more money. I need support. I need a vodka. Just write down everything that you need right now, because your soul knows what it needs to get the relief that you need right now. And when you have your needs met and you feel more fulfilled, then that's when you'll start getting exactly what you want. And that's the juicy part. So I've got... Okay, so I hope that helps some of you today. Sorry, I'm getting messages out of my bottom. I'm going to call upon the deities now and ask Spirit to show us the deities. If you believe in non-physical, you can call upon these angels to help you in some way. Thank you. Yeah, look at that. The teacher awakens. I'll take this card. Mary Magdalene. She actually came through my meditation yesterday as well. You have something important to share with others. Follow the inner call. Don't let anything stop you right now. We also got Joan of Arc, which is the voice of truth. Goes back to the communication. You being strong enough to face your own vulnerability and speak your truth. We've got Holy Amethyst, which is divine alchemy. So everybody's alchemizing at the moment, which is coming into reconciliation with how they really feel, especially when it comes to your intuitive abilities. Move beyond current challenges and focus on what you desire. And then last but not least, we got Mahavatar Babaji, soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connection between all things. And if you don't, start learning. Start learning. Oh, sorry, I've got two more. Serapis Bay, Ascension, Odin, Psychic Insight. I knew, I couldn't go into it today, but I knew there was something about psychic abilities, ascension symptoms, all that sort of stuff. I don't teach that. I've just had to learn my own way to deal with it. So that's probably why I didn't want to sort of go there. But your third eye is open. See truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. Move into your true self. Rise above the darkness. The light is here. You guys have got to be a willing participant in the journey. Oh, really, JM? See, there's the little intricacies where the ego is thinking something's going to happen, but what you need from spirit actually pops out. No wonder it gets so confusing. Anyway, I've just had someone book in for a session with me, and apparently it's urgent, but I would like to answer some of your questions if you've been patient enough. I hope that all made sense, you guys. I think they just wanted me to get on and encourage everybody to get a little bit more selfish and to start saying yes to themselves first and foremost, and to know that your emotions are your internal indicator right now as to which direction you're going. And if you want better, you have to merge them and start. I love Esther Hicks's analogy, and I use it a lot. It's basically life is a stream, and no one, and that's all energy, and no one can stop the stream. The stream's always going. But what happens as humans is that we've got our own little boat which is our physical vessel, and we pop it in the water. And we've been so programmed to do things the hard way, to, what you want is upstream. So you paddle and you paddle and you paddle and you get tired and you get burnt out, and it's just so hard. But if you release the resistance and you let go of the oars a little bit and you start turning your vessel to go downstream, because everything that you want is downstream, turning your boat around and sort of release the resistance a little bit more, whether it is getting a healing, whether it is getting a reading, whether it's spending time by yourself in nature, whether it's having good time and fun times with your friends, whether it's doing something that's creative, whether it's, I don't know, teaching others, whatever it is for you, lessen the resistance, turn your boat around and start going with the natural flow, which is life. But a lot of people aren't. They're still trying to do it the hard way. So that's where we're at the moment. There's some people that are going with the flow and it's all working out and they're starting to receive their nuggets, and I love that for you. There's some people that are still sort of kind of like seaweed and they're getting caught around rocks and that. They're not stuck, they're not stagnant, they're stuck around the rock. They hit a bit of a resistance. And then there's some people who are still pedaling so hard upstream, making their life difficult and basically blaming the world for all their problems. So, yeah. Oh, have you, Denise, colouring your hair? What colour? So, yeah. Anyway, you guys. So if you do want to book a one-on-one session with me, my link is down below, misspsychicd.com.au. If you do want to book a 2025 Psychic Insight video message, where I just automatically channel and speak what Spirit wants you to know for next year, that's in the services, not under the bookings, it's in the services tab. You can go and invest there. Keep an eye out. My subscription service here is active, so super chats and all that are back activated. So when I start doing live sessions and that, if you guys do want to exchange the energy with a super chat or something, you can do that. What else is there? And my Law of Attraction course. So it's 11/11. Thank you. And I was about to say I'll probably kick that off. I'll kick off the subscriptions maybe on the 11th or the 11th, because I feel like that's when the big rebirth will come. But when the course comes, I'm just going to follow my instincts on that, because I just don't feel like a lot of people, especially those who follow me, may not be quite ready for that yet. So we'll see. All right, let's go. And you've been so patient. Let's see what's... Do you see my love interest man that lives long distance, is interested to communicate with me? Any chance for romance here? They're actually asking you to focus on your work and your stability and your security. There is someone coming in for you. I'm not feeling connected to the energy that you're speaking of, if I'm honest. I feel like there's someone new coming in for you. And it's the same what I just said. If you go out there and you get busy doing other things, then that's when the actual romance and the connection will come in for you. You still, when it comes to love and connections and stuff, Anne, there are still a few lessons that you may need to learn and work on, because the last thing that we would hate would be for you to attract someone who's like everybody else in the past or anything like that. Can you still see me? Everyone wants me today. Anne, can you still see me? Hear me? You do what you got to do, Anne. You got to do, and you make your own choices. Psychically, I see someone new coming in for you. I see the new person actually being quite financially stable and secure. if you get yourself in a position where you're more financially insecure, you will line up together. So if it's this current energy, maybe they're more focused on their money than they are on relationships. There's something going on there, but I just don't feel in your energy you're aligned for romantic connection anyway. So it's just how I get it, I'm afraid. Kim, will I have my debts paid off soon? All right, Spirit, let's look at Kim's financials. Yeah, you just got to get into a higher vibrational frequency through your emotion when it comes to money, doll. But definitely, because you got the sun, nudies, you literally got the sun that's come out. This is this brand new beginning. So it's sort of like loving your debt, you know, showing gratitude and appreciation for your debt and your heart. Yeah, you will. Look at the victory card, just jumped out with it, darling. Just jumped out with it. So, you've got something very hard and fast coming in for you, Kim, that's going to help you when it comes to your financials, but it's about developing that love for money, understanding that money is just energy and you can love it and want it and have it. Yep, you're going to get your relief and you're going to start moving forward. The grass is going to definitely be greener, but Spirit also said that don't put so much pressure on yourself to pay it off because it will happen anyway. And it's like you just got a little bit of a spiritual loan or something. So there's no hurry to have it paid off. We understand that you're eager to have it that way. Who wouldn't? But yeah, use this process now to love the process of paying off debt, if that makes sense. So yeah. Thanks for your modding, kitty. I do have to go very shortly though, because I'm being smashed with phone calls, bookings, inquiries. Need a admin clerk. Ooh. Okay, JM, your energy just jumped out. So do I have a career path I should focus on? What does JM need? Whatever it is, there's financial stability and security attached to it as well. It's not Spirit's job or our job ever to tell anybody what to do or which path to take or anything like that. We just merely guide you with the insight that we're given. But Spirit would love for you to sit down with yourself, JM, and say, if I could do anything when it comes to my career, what would it be? What would I be doing? I think you could possibly be of service in some way. So support work, mentoring, coaching, counseling, something of that nature, or that's just the natural, beautiful quality that you have. They're not giving me a specific when it comes to that in this quick time frame. You're welcome, Kimmy. You're on a very strong self-development, personal development journey. And I think what's going to happen for you, JM, in the end, over the course of the next few years especially, it's just the more that you learn and the more that you make the changes, I feel like the more you're going to teach others in some way or support others in what you've learned, especially if you've gone through a lot of trials and tribulations in the past. It's something about you being a really good mentor, coach, they show me TED Talks, you know, all that sort of stuff. So, yeah. Yes, I do, Tracy. Yes, I do. Denise, keep doing what you're doing, darling. It's working out awesomely. You have a masculine that wants to come in and offer you the world. They're just waiting for you to get into an emotional alignment with it as well. Everybody just needs to get into emotional alignment. If you want a resource to check out, you're welcome, Debbie. Good to see ya. If you want a resource, go to Esther Hicks, The Power of Your Emotions. That's an awesome book. I can share a post and show you a picture of it if you want, because we're in emotional times, man. We need to show a little bit more emotional discipline, take care of our emotions, honor our emotions, whether that's releasing negative emotions or instilling powerful ones. That's why it's hard for me as a reader, because how do I do, I can give you all the verbal stuff, the mental stuff. I can't give you the emotion. I was going to say something really cheeky to that, but I'm not. I won't, but you've got emotional fulfillment coming in, and you've also got a shift in, yep, look, King of Cups, King of Wands. Denise is going to get a freak on. Yeah. But keep doing what you're doing, Denise. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm going to have to go, you guys. Honestly, I'm being smashed with messages. I just had a booking come in and all that sort of stuff. If you do want me personally, go through my website. I very rarely will look at my DMs and that anymore, because it's just a little bit too much. So if you're serious and you need to get in contact with me and you DM me and I don't respond, you're better off getting me through my website. So that's misspsychicd.com.au, and just keep an eye on my posts for what's coming up, because there's a lot coming up, but we've just all got to just go with the flow for now. Go with the flow. Try to be mindful. Try to enjoy each moment. And if you are having contrast, just take that moment to say to yourself, hey, what's this trying to show me? Try to avoid what's this doing to me? Why is this happening to me? You know, entirely different frequencies. So, oh, thanks, Denise. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys again soon. I love you so much. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I'm sending you so much love. Sending you so much love to Cynthia. So good to see ya. Okay, guys, I've really got to go. I'm going to lose my voice by the end of this week, I think. But yeah, I love ya. Bye.